In the 2014 Time magazine, it was stated that all 50 states have the right to permit handguns for concealed carry. It has been an interesting topic over many years. Rules can make people feel safe, but they can also make them feel very frightened. Being in control of threatening situations can make you feel confident and know that you can also try to help yourself. You can feel safer with a gun, especially if you're holding it and not someone else. College kids and women especially feel safer because those are the ones that get preyed on the most. A study of 119 four-year colleges stated that 4% of the population has had a gun on campus. That also relates to 700,000 students having a gun on campus. That was shown in the Journal of College Health. It also states that an app was created for college students especially. You can hold down the button while you're walking through an alley to know that you're safe. But also you can press a button if you ever have any trouble. The cops will automatically get called, and there's a GPS signal that goes right to your phone so they can find you. If the app doesn't work in threatening situations, sometimes a gun can feel more powerful. Police protection is used every day. With that being said, you know police are very busy. The average police response time is 11 minutes, and sometimes it's much longer if they're busy doing something. The procon.org gave me very many statistics about how long it can take for a police to respond to a call. If you do call the police, you have to wait for them to come find you or try to do something about you getting attacked. Protect and serve is what the police always say they're for. But in recent history, the Supreme Court has stated that it's not the police's job to help you in a violent situation while it's happening. It's their job to give the punishment and give justice for you after the crime is done. Feeling safe is important, but feeling threatened is also the thing that can come out of having a gun. The crime rate is expected to decrease, but you can never underestimate the power of other people having guns and what it can do to the crime rate because it's very unpredictable. Some people may not have the right state of mind when they are having a gun in their hand. They could have cloudy thoughts, they could be in a rage. You could never know what they are thinking in their mind when they are allowed to have a gun. All permits are given to someone that is responsible and they need a reason for it. Just to feel safe even can be a reason, but they have to pass the following tests and requirements and many things that know that they are responsible enough to have a gun. In Texas, the general public is 5.3 times more likely to get arrested in a violent situation and 4 times more likely to get arrested in a non-violent situation than someone that has the permit for concealed carry. It is also stated that if they would have passed the gun permit law in 1977 instead of 1992, 1,570 murders, 4,177 rapes, 60,000 assaults, 12,000 robberies would all have been prevented. Knowing that someone has a gun can increase confrontation. The person may not agree that they have a gun, or they can just feel not safe that they know that someone else in the room has a gun. They also believe that if the police can crack down on crime and illegal drugs and illegal guns, that we will not need guns to protect ourselves. Which, it's their opinion. Everyone has a different opinion on what they think is right and wrong. They have the right to think that they are not safe with someone else with a gun in the room. On January 2014, a retired police officer had his concealed carry. He was inside a movie theater and someone's phone kept going off. In that moment, he turned into a very angry person in a very big rage, and he decided to shoot that person. That is just one instance of where a gun that someone has the permit to use is used in the wrong way. Between May 2007 and March 2014, 14 cops, 622 other residents that did not have a gun and were not used in self-defense were killed by someone with a concealed gun that was permitted. Citizens love having power and it makes them feel safe, but sometimes it can be used for the wrong reasons. Giving a permit to someone means that they are responsible, that they follow the rules, that they follow the requirements, and that they know what they're doing. Although a law is just being passed, it's just one law. It also has many different requirements and different subcategories within that. There are 4 categories that different states can use to describe the different levels of which you can have a gun. The first one is a no issue. That is when a state does not have to give you a permit at all. The next one is may issue. That is when the authorities can decide whether they want to give you a permit or not. The next one is shall issue. That one states that they are required to give you a permit if you pass all the requirements. The next one is unrestricted carry. That means you do not have to have a permit to carry a gun in their state. The requirements can be strict, but they're there for a reason. Many of the requirements are obvious. They should not have a 16-year-old carrying a gun just to feel safe. They need to have a responsible adult, so that's why you have to be your minimum age just to even apply for the permit. You can have no felony evictions ever on your record. Even if they're pending or 20 years ago, you cannot have anything stating you were ever in criminal activity as a felon. And the most important rule is that you are never involved in a mental institution. They just need to know that you're healthy mentally and that you can make the right decision when you have a gun in your hand. Requirements and categories allow someone to be very confident in that you are responsible enough to have that gun. You have passed all the requirements, you are above the adult age to be able to carry a gun. Being safe is one thing that the government overall thinks that is the most important to someone in their life. You need to feel safe in your community, and you need to be able to help other people feel safe as well. Being able to carry a gun is a big responsibility. There are rules for a reason. It makes people feel safe, but it can also make people feel very threatened. If say you were in a life-threatening situation, if you had a concealed to carry gun on you or in your house and something happened to you or your family, would you rather call the police and wait for them to come, or would you rather have your gun and be able to protect yourself? That's just something to think about, and also just think about the concealed to carry laws. There are many pros and cons to both situations, and I hope that the information that I gave you today helps you know more about them.